work. A West Coast artist. That's Wendy, the West Coast artist. Hopefully my Wi-Fi will work over there. I'll just do a short live stream before I go. It's hot out. Oh man, it's cooking. She's got a little. I thought she put her apron on to make me something in the kitchen. But no, she's doing some artwork.
I was trying to fix up old paintings that I don't like.
Oh, she's modifying old paintings. So
maybe, hopefully, get some done for the market.
Signal. Yeah. Now we're live again. Oh, those hydrangeas look nice. Look at those babies. Don't those pop? Anyway, we are live from the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific, and way over there is an artist at work. I'm going to try to go over there again, but I'll go over here first. We'll sit over here and maybe have a cold drink of water or something. It's a warm day. I think it's probably about signal. Bad signal. I don't know what's up with this Starlink, man, but you know, when you pay $160 a month, it should be working better than that. Anyway, if you're out there, pop in and say hi. And often what I do on live feeds, I just scroll through till I find something interesting, then I stop and I say hi, and then I just keep scrolling. So if you're scrolling through, stop, say hi. We're on a small island off the southwest coast of British Columbia. That's where we're located at. So some people may be at work right now. It's still early in the day. Wendy's out in the courtyard painting, and I think I might go for a motorcycle ride real soon. Real soon. I'll be right back. I think I could clip my nails. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Did you have fun? You're awesome. Oh, you got a nose ring. Look at you. Look at that. Cool. Right, great. Have you been up Ghost Mountain? What? Trade show. Cool. And then they had the lumberjack thing. Oh, the lumberjack thing. It was funny and awesome. That would have been cool. And then they had the bears in captivity. Are they grizzlies? So cool. They're not grizzlies. They're grizzlies. They got grizzlies there? They're not hit by a crash. They've been in there. But why is there grizzlies there? Did they make their way there? I guess that I don't know. I guess because they said their mom got it. Yeah, I've heard of grizzlies up there. So are they big? Yeah. Are you serious? Like there's two of them? In a cage? They're in a cage? They got like a few acres. Holy shit, that's crazy. Can you feed them or not? No, you probably can't feed them. Probably not allowed to do that. Hey, who's out there? Good day. Hey, Adam. You know what? I'm going to go into the courtyard for a minute and I'm going to show you what Wendy's up to, okay? I'm going to go for a motorcycle ride soon. And I just finished watering some of the garden. It's really dry here. But I'll show you what Wendy's up to, and hopefully the Wi-Fi doesn't die on me. She's an artist, so my gal's an artist. And she's painting in this hot courtyard, but that's why she's got the umbrella set up. That's her art gallery. Hope this won't die. So she's redoing, it's kind of like a cover-up over a crappy tattoo. So it was probably a pretty good painting, but she didn't like it, so she's doing a cover-up over an old painting. That's what she's doing. So she's out in the garden. She likes to paint in this courtyard. It's a nice place to paint. It's warm under this umbrella. It's just freaking cooking. Oh. Actually feels hotter.
That's what it's like at the market.
Holy mackerel. Eh? Yeah, she's a market. Pretty nice, eh? That's arbutus trees. So those trees are those trees up there. Actually, it's hard to see. These ones up there. That's what she's painting. They're only native to this part of Canada, right here. They grow in these islands. They're called arbutus mancesii. They're very tropical looking trees, and we have some really big ones on our property. I got to sneeze now. The sun is in my eye, excuse me. Zoom tight. So anyway, that's what those are. They're supposed to be, I think, arbutus trees. She paints a lot of arbutus trees. Pretty nice. And she's dressed for it because her mom bought her the sundress. So anyway, it's a beautiful day on the islands. Got the jasmine here. Here's Steve. Excuse me. Oh my God. Son, look at the jasmine over there. Like there's so much jasmine. These are the kiwi vines. Those are all kiwis. Lots of kiwis. They produce a lot of fruit. Hey, your hydrangea aspera is going to bloom. Yep. It's got a big flower bud on it. Screw that one from a cutting. Oh, of course I know. I
Gotta
gotta
put
read.
more lipstick on.
Yeah.
Look at this. She got a nose ring. That's pretty cool. Good like Sammy's got one too. I think a nose ring.
I got Ray-Bans. I got some Ray-Bans.
Yeah.
We found some. No, we found Maui Jim. I think we found Maui Jim.
Because yeah, I lost my other pair.
No, we found them in Maui. Like we were walking to the beach and looked down and there's. Oh no, they were good ones. They were Ray-Ban, I think.
Joe talks about stuff from years ago.
No, I do. I remember.
A lot of times.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it looks like he ate a blue popsicle.
It's nice when it first puts it on, but then
Yeah.
it starts to fade.
Starts to fade away.
You want to see the grizzlies?
Yeah, so let's see the grizzly bears. That's pretty cool. So they got them as cubs, and they're in Vancouver. Pray they never get out. Oh my God.
And it came back in the spring.
Imagine grizzlies walking around downtown Vancouver, eating up a few people.
Gondola.
Let's see.
Gondola.
Yeah, because even
Oh yeah, I've been up that.
Still wild.
These guys were doing their.
I remember going up the gondola.
And they were like
cool.
on their things while we were eating our burgers up there.
That's cool.
Nice.
Do they come up close to the edge of the cage, the grizzlies? Like,
Yeah.
Got a good picture of one.
oh wow. Are they kind of friendly, maybe?
Whoa. Yeah,
I think I'd rather
care about the humans.
I think I'd rather a bear than a big. Yeah, we have big cats here. We have mountain lions here.
That's it.
Oh, you know what happened here when you're gone?
Oh my God, it was crazy.
I think
There was a cougar. There was a mountain lion in our yard.
No way.
well,
Yeah.
it probably chased a deer.
Like I'll tell you what happened. Okay, so it's down in the palm nursery and I'm watering, and out of the corner of my eye.
Through the rebar.
I think it was.
Because there was fur.
No, I think it probably got through the rebar, knocked the rebar out.
But it was trapped, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
And the dogs didn't bark.
But it was also quiet.
But I think her dogs.
It was in the morning.
It was in the morning.
I thought I heard the bell, but it.
Yeah, it's probably when the deer hitting the fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a doe.
Not the.
Oh my God, I can't believe it takes a lot of force to bend that steel gate.
And there is a cougar here in this area.
Yeah, it's been spotted around here.
I think it goes through this ravine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's perfect place. It's moist down there. There's probably some water. There's water down there. And food. Yeah. You going for a walk?
I'm gonna go to the gym and go to the credit.
Sweet. Kahoo.
Yay.
Have fun. Okay, that's looking really good. Really, really nice. I like it. Looks beautiful.
Thank you.
I like this too. That's actually kind of artwork right there. I'm looking at this in the. I'm looking at this in the tray. What do you think of that? What do you like? What do you like better, that or that? I think she could probably autograph that and sell it. A little tray full of paints. Somebody would. That is type of art. You know what? People sell stuff like that. They slap a bunch of stuff on paper, sell it for big bucks, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, Wendy does. Cool. Hey, thanks for watching. You must be in the Middle East somewhere, I bet. I can tell by that writing. I can't. Are you in the Middle East somewhere? Sabra's Trading. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. That's pretty cool writing there. But I do say it says cool. It reads cool, which is awesome. Yeah, so this is Wendy, the artist, at work here, and she does a lot of pretty neat. Drives me crazy, the internet here sometimes. Really does drive me crazy. Okay, so what I got to do, which is most important, I have to clip my toenails because I'm looking at this as time to clip my toenails. Hope you guys are having a good day out there. It is absolutely beautiful here. Low humidity. And about, for my American friends, about 80 degrees. Or at least close to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, so way up there. Which is pretty warm for this little island, surrounded by Pacific Ocean. The ocean here regulates the air temperatures, so we don't usually have extremes, which is a good thing. The extremes are in inland parts of Canada, right? So we're out here on the Gulf Islands in the North Pacific. And I'll tell you what keeps our winters milder. Well, the Pacific Ocean, for starters, but we have the offshore Japan current. We also have the North Pacific current. And that, my friends, is what keeps us having mild winters here. There. 4 days, and then it was gone. Then it just melted. Then it turned rain. That was it. That was winter for us. About 4 days at this location of winter, and then all done. And there's other areas where it lasts a little bit longer because you're at a higher elevation, so it's colder up there, and the snow is going to stick around, right? But here we're pretty close to the ocean, so the snow never really lasts that long. Sometimes somebody will be getting snow and we'll be getting rain, or it'll be rain and snow mix. But it's okay. I remember when I was younger, I loved snow. My kids have a blast when it snows. So yeah, so most winters we're going to get it, but there's some winters we don't get any snow. But I've seen winters here where there's no snow at all. And sometimes you'll see a few flakes, but nothing sticks. That's just the way it is out here on the islands. But they said last year, 2024 was an El Nino. Yeah, it got down to just a little bit lower than -8 degrees Celsius. So that was the coldest temperature I've ever recorded on this property. And yeah, it was weird. The weatherman says El Nino, and it turns out to be a colder one, right? So if you believe in that climate change crap, I don't. I think it's all a bunch of garbage. You know, I recorded weather for probably 35 years. Since 2001, or 2021, sorry, 2021. That's when at the end of 2021, I stopped recording weather. I just, you know what? I went through all my data. I would do daily data. I have 2 weather stations, 2 Stevenson screens with Oregon Scientific recording instruments. I have one down on the bottom slope there, and I have one 200 feet away in an upslope. And they're a double louvered box, so the sun can never hit your instruments, right? So you get accurate readings. And, you know, sometimes you have a cold winter, sometimes you have a mild winter. I don't see any difference in ocean. You know, it's not rising anymore here. You know, they keep pushing this climate change crap. That's what I believe. I think it's absolute bull crap. You know, it's follow the dollar signs. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's pushing their agenda, and it's follow the dollar signs. So I took all my journals, and there's about 35 journals there. I started recording weather, I think it was around 1988. So I had journals from 88 to 2021. Maybe I should have kept them. Anyway, I looked through all these journals, and I wanted to see if I could really see a difference in climate. Was it really changing? No, it didn't. So I took them all at a big box. Wendy says they're just collecting dust, you know, so I chucked them all in the frickin' dumpster at work. But now I kind of wish I would have saved them, because there's a lot of logs that I kept over the years. But really, yeah, some years we have mild winters, and some years we have cold winters. But, you know, when you have an abnormally, you know, you have a really hot summer, they'll say it's climate change, which is, I think, is absolute crap. The Earth goes through changes, right? The Earth has been around about 4.5 billion years. And what, man's been on the Earth, what, a couple 100,000 years or something like that? So, you know, the Earth has been bombarded by meteorites. It's been, the tectonic plates have shifted. You know, they have earthquakes, they have hurricanes, tsunamis. The Earth's been hit by asteroids. There's been volcanic explosions. It goes through a lot worse than what they say. So climate change, no, I think it's just going through a phase. You know, during the Dark Ages, there was years when they never had any summer. It was just colder years. And then it got back to the way it is now. So I'm sure there's going to be colder years to come and warmer years. That's just the way it is. I remember one year I recorded, and I forget what it was. It could have been 2008. and it never really warmed up much that summer. But that was due to a volcanic eruption in Iceland. I think it was Iceland. So a lot of these dust particles were in the atmosphere, and they prevented a lot of the UV rays from coming through. So it never got as hot as it really did. So that was probably the coolest summer I ever recorded. But that was nothing to do with climate change. It's volcanic activity, right? So anyway, it's a typical summer day here on the Gulf Islands, and there's nothing abnormal about it. I would say it was end of June 2021. I think that's when it was. That was an abnormal end of June. We got up to 40 something degrees Celsius here. The hottest temperature I've ever recorded, record-breaking temperatures on our island, and it was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. Climate change, I don't think so. It's just a freaking heat wave. And it never lasted long. It lasted maybe about 4 days, the actual real heat. So the hottest temperature was just over 40 degrees Celsius. And then the rest of the days were in the 30s, right? So like 100 degrees Fahrenheit, this and that. But I remember sitting looking at the weather station with Wendy. I had got home from work and I said, look at the temperature, man. It was so hot. I was working out it. It's 36 degrees Celsius. I got home early from work. I says, it's 36 degrees Celsius right now. We kept watching it and watching the weather. Then it kept going up. The temperature kept going up and rising, and it rose really fast. So it went from 36 within a few hours, 40 degrees Celsius. Once we hit 38 degrees Celsius, that's 100.1 degrees Fahrenheit. At 40 degrees Celsius, I couldn't believe the damage in our garden. There's plants that weren't used to that heat that burnt, like bay trees. We have, cooking bay, native to the Mediterranean, and the tree fern burnt, and the fatsia burnt to a crisp. It was insane. Even some of the palm fronds burnt in that heat. It was absolutely insane. It was a crazy, crazy heat wave. So anyway, Adam, I think it's a good thing you own a tractor for the snow in Nova Scotia. And I hear you guys might get blizzards every so often too, right? So you have a tractor, that'll get the snow out of the way. It's better than busting your back. Way better. So do I go for a motorbike ride or not? I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to go for a motorbike ride. So anyway, you guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm going to finish off with Wendy here. I'm going to go finish off with Wendy and see how she's doing on her painting. Well, we get a good snow. Yeah, you know what? That's good. It brings nitrogen down from the sky. It's good for the farms and stuff like that. Good for the soil. And of course, when it melts, it's moisture, right? Probably good for the aquifer. Let's see what Mrs. T is up to here now. Dog is in the shade, made in the shade.
Yeah.
Looking good, looking good. Okay, Adam, have a good day, buddy. I know you guys are 4 hours ahead of us, and enjoy the beautiful weather in Nova Scotia. And we'll probably try to do another live stream later on. And then I'm going to put the irrigation on in this courtyard here because I can see the hydrangea. You know what? It's hydrangeas wilting over there because it's too hot. Cheers to you guys, and tune in next time and like and subscribe to Gulf Island Rock. That's her channel. I just kind of commandeer it.
Yeah.
Take care. No, it's not mine.